Okay, now that we have successfully downloaded our so much admired Visual Studio Code, it is time to look at how to navigate around the GUI, the graphical user interface of this software. Um, in the previous video, like I said, we downloaded and installed Visual Studio Code. So let's look at how the interface look. If you look here, you have, starting with this, you have file, edit, selection, view, go, and there are others. You have run, terminal, and help. So starting with file, if you come here, there's a drop down and you have all of this, which represent, look at this, new text file, and the shortcut will be Control N. Okay, you hold down your control if you are using Windows. And for the new file, you can do this with the shortcut, new window, open file. If you have a save file, you could open that, and if you have a folder you've worked on previously, you could open that as well. Then you have open recent. If you have a collection of recent files you worked with, like I have here, you can open them here. Add folder to workspace, save as, and save as, save all. Pay attention to this because it's very important. You can save individual file with Control S in capital letters, and save as. Maybe you want to the name you intend to save the file as, or while working on the file you can decide to change the name. Then you could come here as well. These are the shortcuts in front of it, and save all. Though this is not highlighted because I don't have any more than one file, or I've not created a file to save. So you can use this to save all. If you have series of files, rather than saving them individually, you can just come here and click on save all, or you use Control K S. How you do it, you hold down your control first. It has to be cap, then hold down control, press K, then press S. All right, you don't have to press them at the same, just hold down your control K, then leave K, press S. It's going to do that magic. Okay, so looking at what we have here, you can see in edit we have to undo, Control Z, redo, cut, Control X, copy, just like you have in your what is it called, your Word document and others. These are just similar to what you have there. Okay, toggle line comment, block comment, and emit. Okay, emit is a way of you know, trying to expand. You could click on that, right? So these are what you have, right? Then if you come to selection, you can also see what we have here: select all, expand, shrink, and all of that. So you can move the line up. So we are going to look at all of this when we start working on the project. I just want to take you round, or like a tour around what we have. You look at appearance, you could have a full screen. All right, you can do that as well with control with F11 on your keyboard. You see it's in full screen mode. If I press F11, it's going to come back to the normal mode. Okay, so we'll try that out. So switch to and all of that. So you could just think we are here. Okay, we are here. So editor layout, you can split the editor, right? You can split editor up, split down. Like if I do this, you see it's going to split the editor up, right? So you could see we have Windows here, we have another one here. It has split the editor into two parts, so you can do that too. So you see we have created we have split our screen into 3 sections, so you can do more. This horizontal, you can do vertical. So if you want to close this off, you go back to view and you go to editor layout, and you see this single, you click on it, it's going to close all of that. So you can also split vertically. All right. Layout and split left or split right. Okay. So let me do split right. You see, it's going to split that. And the shortcut, you can as well do that here. All right. You can do that here. So let me just go back and I'm going to go back to single. Okay, so that's on view. So there are other things you could just look through and see what how you go about that. But what I want you to take note of, okay, you have this go and all of that, so you can look through that. So I want you to look through what we have here. If you click these three dots, you come here, you have terminal. So it is on the terminal, it's where you are going to be having your version control. Okay, so if I have terminal here, if I come here, new terminal, so it's going to open up a terminal here. Okay, it's going to open up a terminal here, so you can see you can do your git add period, you can list files and all of that. So on your command, you can input basic git commands on the terminal. So I just want you to take note of that. Very importantly, is a feature that is right there. So away from here, there are other things you can look at, but looking at what we have here, if you see this, you have this one here, this file explorer here. Here you can go on to create files. For example, if I have this, I can create a file here, new file, but I can come here, I can come right here, I have a little folder here, I can come here and create my file, let's say index.html. You hit enter, you see that file has been created. Okay, then you have this one here, you can create a folder here and all of that. Collapse folder in Explorer, then you have your refresh Explorer. So you can as well come here, you can search for whatever you want to search, index.html and all of that. You can do all of that search here. Then if you come here, you have your source control. Okay, so this is if you want to make your project initialized your project with Git, so that you can push and be able to do the version control system. You can do that here. Okay, this project have not been initialized with Git, so you don't have any main or master here. You see here, there's no main or master. It has not been initialized with Git. So to do that, we're going to do that shortly. Then you have this run and debug here. To debug, to customize and run and debug, create a launch.js file. Okay, we are going to look at all of this in subsequent video. Then you have your extension. I think we have one installed already. You can search for your extensions here. You have live preview, which is very common. Okay, I've installed Prettier in the last video. Prettier, which make your code nicely aligned with colors. You can have live preview. Then you can have Python. Okay, you see this Python. Okay, you can install all of these extensions, which is going to really make Visual Studio Code interesting. Okay, so basically this is what we have for the VS Code navigation. Okay, in the next video we'll talk about another concept.